just about to get started. Well, thank you for coming. We have the Android Q&A with Russ today, and we have the Android panel. So some of these guys you'll recognize from earlier this morning, but I'd like to introduce them, and then Andy Rubin will kick it off with some comments. And then we have two mics on either side, so just signal us the questions and we'll hand them to you. And let's get started. So Andy Rubin, you saw Hugo Barr in the presentation, Hiroshi Lockheimer, Joe Brick, and Chris Yerger. With that, I'll turn it over to Andy.
Hi everyone, thanks for joining us this morning. So obviously we have a lot to talk about. The team did a great job presenting all the innovation that's been going on for the past little while. And Chris and Jamie, I'm not sure that ambient song that was playing in the keynote, I know it was playing here, and then it's going to play like every other session. Did someone put like 5 stars in the playlist to get back to something? So we're here to basically talk about Vimeo and answer any questions that you may have. We're really excited to be here. So let's just open it up. We also have kind of the rest of the team, the overflow from stage here that I can pass the mic to make sure that we answer all your questions. So let's begin.
Thank you, Rick Barrett from AV Times. Andy, could you talk a little bit about when we're going to see a general release of Honeycomb as the open source code release for that, and kind of your thinking about how you've been staging that out?
Sure. So just for background, in case if nobody got to the blog post, we did an internal trick to make the Honeycomb schedule. We wanted to get Honeycomb out there in tablets as soon as possible. We took a shortcut and didn't make it available for phones. We felt that open sourcing at that point would be difficult because people would try to wedge it in phones and create a bad user experience. So we held back the open sourcing of Honeycomb, and we're going to basically re-merge those things. When Mike Claren got on stage and talked about the capabilities and feature set of Ice Cream Sandwich, that is the re-merging of the tablet and phone and television source code. So Ice Cream will be the next big open source release, and that'll be towards the end of the year.
Stephen Shanklin from CNET News. I wondered if you guys could talk about some of the specific interfaces or features that you plan to add to Ice Cream Sandwich to reduce the fragmentation issues that programmers face.
Yeah, so as Mike mentioned in the keynote, we've added a number of new APIs in Honeycomb, and the plan is to bring those new APIs, such as the action bar on top, where you can hit the buttons rather than doing long press to get to the buttons. That functionality and a number of other things, including the resizable widgets and all the stuff you love from Honeycomb, we'll be bringing that to all the form factors that Mike mentioned, the phones, the tablets, the 7-inch, the 10-inch, and so forth. So it's really the unification of all these APIs that are present in Honeycomb, as well as you can call this, think of it as helper functionality to make it easier for developers to adapt to these multiple form factors.
I'm sorry, new features beyond.
Yes, I believe there's a session, is it later today or tomorrow, where we'll go into a lot more detail with the developers on that.
Hi, I'm Chapman with AFP. I'm just curious, with the music service, how does this fit into whatever plans you might have to actually sell music itself or make music, visual music part of the offering? And then how comfortable or how Google also thinks this fits into questions that record studios might raise regarding whether this sort of steps on royalties or their licensing or distribution rights.
So let's have Jamie or Zahara come up and answer that question. Mike, can you continue?
Hi, Jamie Rosenberg, Director of Digital Content for Android. To answer the first question, what you saw today, I think, becomes a very compelling platform to facilitate music distribution. And it is in our interest and has been in our plans to work with the music industry to sell their artists' music. Unfortunately, a couple of the major labels were only interested in doing so on terms that we felt were unreasonable and unsustainable. But that's not going to stop us and hasn't stopped us from pursuing paths that allow us to facilitate consuming that music across the multitude of devices that you might have.
Two things. So, Honeycomb's on tablet. We have 2.23, whatever, on the phones. We're not going to see those merge. We're not going to get a Honeycomb phone, basically. It sounds like you're saying. We're not going to get we're going to get a nice little sandwich phone with unification there. If you confirm that. And secondly, you announced, it sounded like that within 18 months of getting a device now, all these different partners are saying you'll get updates. But after 18 months, aren't I ready to throw away the device and get something new anyway? So will that speed up?
So the first part of the question, yes. So for phones, Ice Cream Sandwich is when these new functionalities will appear for phones. And the second part of the question, you broke up a little bit, so I couldn't hear that well.
So it sounded like you announced that you've got this new founding partners or whatever that are designed to make sure that if you get an Android device, we won't have these months go by where a new update rolls out and we don't get that update. But it also sounds like at minimum it's going to be an 18-month wait, which at that point you might as well just buy a new device. So
There's two parts of what Hugo mentioned on stage today. There's the how quickly you get an upgrade, and for how long a phone is eligible to get upgrades. So what was announced today was the 18-month part, how long a phone is eligible to get upgrades. So it's not that it's going to take 18 months to get an upgrade, it's that the phone will get upgrades for 18 months as new platform versions appear during that time. So your question was, a minimum of how quickly that will come, and that's the to get announced later on.
So look, I mean, we're all developers as well, right? So it's our desire to make sure that all these devices are as updated as possible. It's essentially a logistics problem, right? All the operators have various qualifications and certifications, and it's different wherever you are in the world. The manufacturers obviously are, continue to crank out new devices, but also have to support devices that they've already shipped. So it's pretty complex from a global perspective. We're not just building one product, right? The manufacturer says we've noted over 300 different phones and tablets based on Android. So Hiroshi is actually driving the initiative that he announced today to make sure that we tune those parameters and everybody's actually committed to the best of their abilities to get this stuff in consumers' hands as quickly as possible.
Yeah, Jean-Baptiste Sud with Expansion in France. Can you talk a little bit about the business use of tablets, of Honeycomb tablets? Have you seen, is it still just a consumer application, or have you seen any business case for using tablets, especially in small businesses?
Yeah, I think it's definitely appealing to both consumers and business. Just speaking from personal usage, I use my laptop a lot less now. I rely a lot more on my tablet, for instance, to do my work email. On the phone with a smaller screen, maybe it's a triage experience where you're reading really quickly and saying quick replies, whereas on the tablet, you can really type some long emails. And in fact, Hugo's up here responding to emails right now on his new tablet here. So I think it really does, the tablet experience does really cater to the business case as well. We've added new functionality starting in Honeycomb around encryption and sort of remote management as well to really cater to that crowd.
We made some improvements as well on 3.1. Some of our core apps, Calendar in particular, has some new features that are really useful. Gmail and Calendar on an Android tablet are absolutely fantastic, and it makes a huge difference compared to anything else that you may see out there.